Hey everyone, welcome back to Two Idiots Review. I'm Caleb.
I'm Hannah, and we are continuing our Spider-Man watch through to get ready for No Way
No way home.
Home.
Far from home, no way home.
Whatever. With Spider-Man 3, the first two. Have you put the second one up yet?
No, I mean by the time this one gets put up, the
Okay,
second one will
fine.
be
Yeah.
up. So
So yeah, we watched the first two. Then we're gonna watch the two Amazing Spider-Mans, and then if there's time, we're gonna rewatch the two.
I mean, we're probably gonna rewatch those regardless. It's just whether or not we're gonna have enough time to actually
Film it and get
film
it
it,
up.
edit it, and do all
Because
that
we
and get
have
it up.
tickets for Thursday.
Thursday.
So we're kind of running out of time here. So yeah, we're watching, and we've seen all these before, but it's been a long time, especially the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, I have no knowledge of really. I have no knowledge of those two movies. So if you're looking for like a first time reaction, like it's gonna be pretty close when we're watching the two Amazing Spider-Man movies.
But yeah, so let's start Spider-Man 3.
Oh. I hope they kind of have like in No Way Home that they kind of have moments um, like an Endgame where like it's gonna have like actual scenes from these movies when it's showing the villains being like pulled in or whatever. Like that'd be kind of cool.
And I'm in love with the girl of my dreams.
The tiniest diamond I've ever seen.
I thought she was good.
I thought she was
Harry?
very good.
I love my flowers. They're beautiful. And those are from Harry. Does he hear them?
Yeah, I ran into him outside.
Ooh, I like the chrome one. You guys see that one
The
in No
Power
Way Home?
Ranger one too. You see that one?
It could have been the Chrome Goblin. It'd be interesting if they brought him back too, and that's like a really big secret, and it's like a father-son team up against Spider-Man. That'd be pretty cool.
Like, they never explain like why that like crashed.
Well, I mean, it was just an asteroid. Just bad luck for Peter that it happened to land like right next to him. Out of all the places on Earth, like it happened to land right next to Spider-Man.
You're gonna ride your bike like some like.
Like I know they had a lot of story to tell, so they couldn't do it this way. But like a more realistic thing would have had it crash land like somewhere farther away from him, and then have it like possess somebody else, almost kind of like
It did
the Venom in the
yeah.
beginning of the actual Venom movie, and then have him like see Spider-Man on TV or something, and have it like drawn towards him, and that's how they end up meeting. But I was like, and, they had already had so much
They had
going
like
on in
50
this movie.
million villains and not
Yeah.
a lot of time.
They just couldn't fit all of that in there because they had so many side stories that really wasn't needed in this movie. Like Sandman really wasn't needed in this entire
He
movie.
definitely wasn't. If they wanted to do Venom and
Green
Harry,
Goblin, that would have been
like
fine.
that would have been fine. But yeah, this whole Sandman being mixed into this was just kind of weird.
Especially since, like, in the end, like, he wasn't even, like, a true, like, villain. Like, he was just kind of, caught up, and then in the end, like, they're just like, oh, we're good. We're on good terms, and I'm just gonna peace out. And
I mean, the fact that Sandman's in it makes me just think that, because he wasn't planning to do Venom. So I feel like,
it was just gonna be Sandman.
yeah, but they were like,
Green
you have
Goblin, I
to do
guess.
they have to do Venom.
I mean, what they could have done then is set up for Venom. They could have had Spider-Man with the black suit and like fighting Sandman with the black suit and kind of dealing with all that, and then him ripping it off, and then leaving it at that, and then maybe the final scene of the movie is Topher Grace's character getting Venom and setting up a Venom 4. I mean, Spider-Man 4.
It wasn't like that.
So weird that that's the guy from George of the Jungle.
I don't know if I've seen George of the Jungle.
Oh, we're adding it to the list.
That's the one with Brendan Fraser, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's such a funny movie. We should totally do a watch of that.
Whatever it takes.
Your uncle had it all planned.
I think she's still the superior Aunt May.
They've given her more to do than they've ever given.
Either of the other Ant-Mans.
Well, especially Tom Holland's Ant-Man. I feel like.
He's always like away.
Yeah, he's always just like.
He's always
okay.
far from home.
I know. He's always on like school trips and stuff.
We lay down. You looked up at the sky.
So it's like, yeah, like I would have liked to have seen her have been more like a parent.
And then you said, oh.
Web bum.
Wait, Harry went from like 0 to like 100 in like 2 seconds in this movie.
That's a cool mask too.
You knew this was coming, Pete.
You should always at least have the mask. That way we could use to put that on over, even if you don't have the rest of the suit on.
Just like wearing a suit and then he had like the Spider-Man mask.
I feel like Peter should be way more like, I don't know, better at this than he is right now that he's portraying. I'm like, he's been doing this for long enough.
Well, but I think he's, you know, he doesn't want to actually fight or hurt him. Like, he's still his friend.
Hate those things.
Oh, classic.
They're doing some kind of radioactive testing on sand for some reason.
As one does, you know.
I mean, you know. I'm like, what is this? Like, they never even, like, come back to this. It's just like, oh, you know, whatever. The quantum realm?
I mean, she's pretty much, she's like bored.
What did he say?
I know that face.
Uh,
Oh. But she's like borderline just being like blonde.
I love you, Harry.
Okay, let's not get too graphic with what we're
You're like, whoa, whoa.
Okay.
This is the R-rated Spider-Man.
This is the unrated.
Like, this would be like a horrifying, like...
I mean...
I'd be like, can somebody kill me if somebody can figure out how? Like, I'm just sand, so you probably can't stab me. Oh, we've just been, like, sitting in the dark for, like, a really long time.
I just realized. I wonder how many people never to see Spider-Man, like...
I know. Like, I'm pretty sure Spider-Man just lives in this apartment. I see him crawling in and out of it all the time. Who's controlling that crane?
They said that there was like a mechanical failure or something. It was like doing something, I don't know.
And Hal? Me again.
Time to take your pill.
Why does her buzzing shake the whole desk? I mean, that's supposed to help his blood pressure by shaking his desk every 2 seconds.
Photography, it's not just about, no offense, flagpoles, whatever. It's about light.
Are you Eddie Brock or are you,
Eric Foreman.
Eric Foreman?
He's Eric Foreman.
I don't know, I have this stupid...
Or flagpoles or whatever.
One of the greatest newspaper editors of our time.
You know, I guess one person can make a difference. Enough said.
Just wish I could remember more about him.
I like how he's like
Sitting
in that chair that the painting is under. I want that. I want a painting of me in this chair, and then I want it hanging up above this chair. Why is there just a big truck full of sand in New York? Do they have like a sand shortage?
I think all the sand was him. I don't know that that was like a truck full of sand.
Well, no, but I think he like he absorb like I think there was sand already in that truck, and I don't think he can like make that much sand. Like he can absorb that much sand if he like is in it, but I don't think like he could just make an endless amount of sand from his
Oh, but
body.
it's not that much sand, then you become.
There's a lot of look how big that is. Like
Yeah, but that's.
They love me.
They really love me.
and there's another meme born.
Go ahead, lay one on me.
Really?
Yeah, they'll love it.
The only smart one in that whole audience.
He's like, Dad.
I wonder if they're gonna have like the music, because like each villain in these almost had like their own like music, and like it'd be interesting if they kind of incorporated that in No Way Home.
Oh, would you like some champagne?
Back to talking to himself again.
How'd that get in there?
He looks like he reminds me of Corey. Oh, what, these old things?
After all, who gets kissed by Spider-Man, right? I can't imagine.
Funny. She's naturally a redhead playing a blonde. She's naturally blonde playing a redhead.
He's like every time, like I'm not looking at you when I was doing that. Like,
Not her best subject.
yeah, I think he's got like a scary face, and then his face turned into a hand.
Where am I?
Oh yeah, the black suit.
What is this?
It is one of the better things of this whole movie was getting to see the black suit.
Is exactly what I need to scoop Parker. Give me some of that web action. See it, chump. What the hell?
What do you want from me?
Remember Ben Parker? The old man you shot down in cold blood?
What does it matter to you anyway?
Everything!
Jeez.
It's time to pay, Marco!
It kind of reminds me like of Iron Man's suit from like Infinity War and Endgame, how it was like absorbing it and like going back up.
Nanotech.
Yeah.
He's like, no more muddy.
Like I can never shower again. Are you
I
kidding
know.
me? Like how am I supposed to get clean?
Good riddance.
Jeez.
Spider-Man be dark.
Now here comes the.
Gotta get my
He's like, hang on.
my my emo bangs.
He's like, now I gotta put some black on.
He's a painter now?
Hello?
Hey, Harry, it's MJ.
Hi.
I
know
know that
that
voice.
Oh.
But if you feel that bad about it, you can buy me pizza sometime. Today's good. Problem with the phone.
No.
Father. He died, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it did.
I killed him. I mean,
I swear on my father's grave, Spider-Man will pay.
You know what this is?
The world's smallest diamond.
You know what I want for us?
There's someone else. I've fallen in love with someone else. How's the pie?
So good.
Uh,
apparently he's like Superman too. Like, why is everyone with super speed in this place? Is he just like laying on the ground right now? He's like,
He just dropped.
And when she kissed me, it was just like she used to kiss me. That taste. Strawberries.
oh, that one's pretty deep in there.
He's like, so you have your memories back, huh?
Jeez. He's always getting the crap beaten out of him.
Look at little Goblin Jr. Gonna cry?
You just throwed him?
Like, didn't see that coming.
Yeah. Here we go. Didn't you notice that all the girls are being like, you're an idiot?
Well, that one's kind of looking down at him like...
No, she's looking at him like, what is that guy doing?
Your shots are so good.
I'd love to show you sometime.
Peter Parker. Peter.
Miss Brent? That's not the position I hired you for.
Like, why did they think this was a good idea?
I mean, I actually like this scene now. I didn't at first. I mean, it's a ridiculous scene, but the symbiote amplifies all of its characteristics, and it's trying to boost what he thinks is cool. But it's coming, the channel it's coming through is Peter Parker, who doesn't know what cool is. So like he's trying to be cool, but this is what he thinks cool is. This is what he thinks like being the bad boy and being cool is. Like that's what Venom does to people, but it's being channeled through somebody who just doesn't know what that is. So I actually kind of support the decision to have it. I mean, it's still a ridiculous scene, but I full support having that in this movie.
This is really awkward.
Apparently, Venom knows how to play piano.
Yeah, I know.
Dig on this.
Oh, gosh.
Now dig on this.
The hostage has been identified as Mary Jane Watson, an actress recently seen in a brief stint on
Former
Broadway.
Broadway star. Harsh, man. Not just like unknown actress. It's like, that one was so much nicer. Oh boy.
Had to land right in front of an American flag.
Hey, Parker.
My God, Eddie.
Ooh, my spider sense is tingling. If you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, the total Eric Foreman line.
They should cut to a scene of them all sitting in a circle. And like, just
You made me lose my girl. Now I'm gonna make you lose yours. How's that sound, Tiger?
yeah, that's a bit better.
Um, those kids should not be anywhere near a friggin' battle with a giant sand monster.
I
Like,
mean, none of those people should.
I mean, no, none of them should be, but especially kids.
Get a photographer. Hey, kid, you want a job?
Why would I want a job? I'm just a kid.
All right. How much for the camera?
$100.
$100. All right, still. Truck. Here. What the?
Film
Flips him off. Why does his masks always end up with one eye exposed?
And I never makes it through a fight without having his mask all destroyed. Man, he just... It's like the third time this movie he's had that happen to him. Man, that thing is scary.
Peter, what are you doing?
Must be nice to be able to fly as Sam.
I know.
I still don't get that, but, you know, whatever.
Best friend.
I wasn't sure he was gonna say that. I was just guessing. I was just trying to find a cheesy line to say. Best friend. I'm pretty sure there's a meme of this. Of his
Huh?
cry. His
Yeah,
cry
there
face.
is.
Him and Dawson. Which you don't know what that is.
From Dawson's Creek.
But yes.
It's the choices that make us who we are. And we can always choose to do what's right.
What's really missing from the MCU Spider-Man is all the, like, graveside scenes. Like, we haven't had, I don't think we've had any yet. And I'm like, in this one, there was like one in every movie. And in the Spider-Man game, there was one, there was like several, and like, it doesn't feel like Spider-Man if there's not a graveside scene. No, you can't just end it like that. We need more answers. His story will never be continued in anything else. So you better answer that question, and it better be a good answer, and not just like, oh, they kind of danced there at that night, but then they decided to not get back together. I'd be like, no, that's not how his story went. I mean, this movie's not the best, but
Yeah.
it's not as bad as like I always like remember it being.
Well, I mean, I feel like the last time that I watched it, it was like a hard watch. I was just like laughing at all the dialogue because it was so cheesy.
I mean, some of the dialogue isn't great, you know, but I don't know. I mean, there's still a lot of different parts of this movie that I like.
I mean, it's nice to have, Venom and Eddie actually, like, hate Peter
And do like the true like origin story of Venom and
like,
have the symbiote and Eddie have a mutual hatred for Spider-Man, which is their driving force early on in their character.
mm-hmm. But, I mean, we essentially just got Eric Foreman as Venom.
I know a lot of people didn't like his casting in that role, but I don't know. I mean, I didn't mind it that much.
Well, I mean, I kind of, he was, kind of just supposed to be like the mirror of, like, Peter Parker,
Yeah.
He wasn't like a big guy. He was a photographer. Whether or not, in the comics, I know, like, Eddie is like, bigger dude or like whatever, but
Yeah.
I was like, in this, it kind of made sense. That's not what they were trying to go for. But I mean, I like Topher Grace, so it's hard for me to just be like, I hate it's not the best version of Venom, but like,
and I like, I mean, I thought the guy who played Sandman did a good job, and like, I don't even mind his story arc within the whole thing. I just felt like it wasn't needed in this movie. Like, I felt like you could have lifted that whole thing right out, and it probably still would have felt like a very similar movie. He was just like a means to an end. Like, he was just to make it more dangerous for Spider-Man, but like, it didn't really, it just wasn't needed.
They had to give a reason for him to want to put the suit on, which was that he was all angry about
and
that.
kind of bring out that revenge and that dark side of him. I mean, yeah, I guess, but I don't know.
We gotta stop sitting the same way.
You're sitting with your hand behind your head?
Oh. And then, like, the whole time, and I was like...
I mean, I sat there like this almost the whole movie, but...
But yeah, I was just sitting like that. I looked over, and I was like, why are we always sitting the same?
When, like, I move my hand, you move your hand. I mean, this one's, clearly the weakest of the trilogy.
Yeah.
But... It'll be interesting to see how it how it matches up with, how all three of these movies match up with The Amazing Spider-Man, which is what we're going to be moving on to next. Just because I really don't remember much about those movies, so once I see those two, I'll be able to kind of have a more accurate ranking of how I like all these movies. So it'll be interesting to see, if what that's gonna look like, and how much how much will I enjoy or won't enjoy The Amazing Spider-Man. I guess I'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, we only got like 9 other more movies to watch.
I mean, let's be honest, we're not getting to the Tom Holland
ones. I mean, I've seen those a lot, so that's not like... Except for Far From Home. I haven't seen that one, like, a ton.
I mean, like I said, we might watch them just to,
just
whatever.
To
but, like, we're probably going to be watching it, like, the night before, and there's just no way I'd be able to get them edited and up in time anyway, so...
Yeah. I'm just like, it's already hard enough. We probably should have been watching the...
I mean, I should have the second one up by now,
well,
and I don't.
But, I mean, we should have been watching the 2 Amazing Spider-Mans today instead of just Spider-Man 3.
Well, I wasn't planning on watching any of them tomorrow, but I guess we're going to have to find time to watch at least one of them tomorrow, or maybe both.
Yeah.
Maybe watch one in the morning before we go, and, I mean, we're, like, spilling our plans now to everybody on YouTube.
Yeah, so we have plans on Sunday. It's a Sunday. Yeah.
And then watch another one when we get back. I know you guys are so interested on when we're going to be watching these movies. Probably should have ended
and our
this.
daily plans.
I know. We should have ended this thing long before we started talking about all that. But
oh well. This is
welcome to our life.
Yeah. Next up, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
No idea.
But yeah. So, anyways, thanks for watching.